Hello friends, and welcome to another video for our Dailytober. Today I will be sharing with you my bullet journals number 6 and 7 from back in 2018. I believe this was when I was graduating college. I apologize in advance if you could hear like noises from my fan. It is very hot out today, and so the lighting was very good, so I thought that I would film this. I couldn't recall when was the last time I flipped through a bullet journal of mine, but I believe this is the last of my bullet journals, the completed ones that run from January to December. After college, I didn't see the need to make bullet journal spreads because at the time my job was quite monotonous anyway, so there's not much to make to-do lists for. So this is the last full year that I did bullet journaling. So this first one runs from January to July, and the second one is August to December 2018. So let's look through this first. I have here an extra sheet of paper in case I need to censor or cover up pages that I couldn't really share, because this is my college journal. I have contact numbers of professors, the university, my own contact numbers, pictures from different events with me and my friends. So as much as possible, I would like to just keep those off the internet. This notebook is actually like a knockoff of the Muji dotted notebooks. We don't have Muji here locally in where I live, so we just search for the closest grid notebook with the same style as Muji. On the first page here, I just collage. I was super into K-pop that time, especially VIX and BTS. So I have Vllo here as well as Jimin and all of the members of BTS. I kind of like making these mood board styles, similar to my previous bullet journals. I just simply print this out on photo paper, sometimes sticker paper, and then just stick whatever resonated with me. During my college days, I usually put which part of the semester I was in. So this is college 4.2, which is my senior year, second semester. Looking back at this, I was actually amazed that I kept a sort of index. And here is Bulbasaur with a flower on his back. I watercolored these on sticker paper. I know that it doesn't hold up watercolor well, but I like the texture of it, and so I made this like bouquet. I was super into watercolor florals back in 2018. That was the thing that I gravitated to the most. So that is what I placed here in the beginning of the pages. My index, I think I colored it in based on the monthly's main colors. I don't really remember, but I don't do page numbers anymore. I don't find the need to make an index moving forward, so I think this is the only notebook that I have an index of. 2018, printable from Boho Berry. Boho Berry was the reason why I started a bullet journal in the first place. And my 19 before 2019 and mood tracker. Of course, I did not keep up with any of the yearly spreads. I don't find myself flipping back to the yearly spreads that often throughout the year. So I don't know if I have another one for the other notebook, but as you can see, I ditched this in the middle of February, which is more or less the busier months. Next we have here is my future log. So it's basically, I think, the same as this one, the yearly overview. I just simply cut that into boxes and then stick it in as my yearly overview. And this is for until June, although this book is up until July. Weather tracking. I think I saw weather tracking somewhere in Pinterest, and I gotta say, a word from me, if ever you think that you would use something or see something on Pinterest or anywhere, and at the back of your mind you know that you don't really need that information, just don't include it in your journal. You don't really have to copy the contents of any other creator. You just use the spreads or trackers that you know that you need the information of in for future reference, because as I look at this right now, it's just basically a waste of page. I could have used it for another purpose, and so take it from me. Here we have January, again with the watercolor on sticker paper. I used to make wish lists and budget trackers because, of course, college, I see a lot of stuff that I like. So I wanted to at least save up. I made these calendars this way. I forgot where I found a photo of this, wherein they made like huge boxes for the calendar and write either the gratitude or like a sort of one line a day, but inside the boxes, and have the number of the day at the background. Maybe I could have used like a lighter color for this, but that's fine. So I'm covering up here. This is just my schedule from back in college. It has emails and contact numbers of professors. So I'm covering this up. I don't know why I did this quote, but that's this was like the beginning of when I got used to typography and calligraphy. Here we have my mood mandala. I'm actually very proud of how I did this mood mandala. However, I did not come back to actually draw the designs in the mandala. It's just like a circle of color, but this looks fine. There are a lot of happy lines, happy sections. Basically, I have a calendar for my one line a day in gratitude. While this is more of the practical one, I have here my school schedule as well as my home personal schedule. And again, I made here a mood board. Since I was graduating, I wanted to like give myself a boost and wanted to manifest graduating at least with honors. So that is how I made, and that is why I made this spread. These are my trackers. There is no rhyme or reason for me choosing the colors, I guess, for this month. I thought that I made the monthly color scheme based on the whole blue and pink theme, but I think I scrapped that midway through. But I made productivity trackers. I really like this. I get to see how low my productivity is during the first month of the year, which is kind of funny now, but at least I have my highs. Oh, this is a positivity spread. I think this was during time I used to be the Amazing Pikachu. This is just like a fun account of mine. This is the beginning stages of what my Instagram account is now, and I think this was just a few of my friends who wrote some positive words of positivity for me. I sketched a bit here. I didn't complete. And here we finally begin with the weeklies for January. I was learning a bit of Japanese during this time, and I also found these Sakura stickers in Daiso, so I just decided to be a little more creative. Drew in Tsubasa Chronicles, or Chronicle of the Wings, the anime. Next, we have the second week. I don't know if this was before or after the Tracer I'm not gonna say controversy, but the issue with the art community back in the day with Tracer, and my brother was super in on Overwatch. He played the game almost every day, and that is why I have this phrase at the bottom of my description wherein I say cheers a lot. It's because of Tracer. That is where I got that from. And here we have the next weekly. I enjoyed making Sunflora here and Vileplume. I really love making watercolor Pokemon as like gifts for friends, and I think this is the first time that I did this without using outlines. Like, I just penciled it in, erased a bit of the graphite, and then just painted. So it was lineless. And here is another Sakura spread. This time it's for Card Captor. I painted here my favorite card from the Card Captor series, which is Mirror card, and that episode is my favorite. And then I received the Kuretake Gansai Tambi for the first time. I got hold of a watercolor set that I really enjoyed using. This was the start, and my dad got it for me out of the blue. Here we have just a syllabus for one of my subjects, and because of the Kuretake, in February I made it a very Studio Ghibli theme and painted it directly here. I have House Moving Castle and Castle in the Sky. I really love this. I always look back on this sketch painting of mine, and so I said February is a very Studio Ghibli themed, and another one of those mood mandalas that I did not draw in. I made another productivity tracker. I think this was because I have those stencils wherein there are clouds, so I made it into a cloud theme. And since I don't have that calendar similar to January, wherein the big calendar, I made a spread for gratitude here, and then the weeklies. I have here, I think this was Nausicaa inspired. This is just a master list, more notes, bucket list. I hope I could go back in time or tell my younger self that I always wanted to get noticed or my message called out on GT Live, Game Theory, Matt Pat and his wife, and I wanted to tell my younger self that I actually got to I got one of my goodbye messages called out on stream, and also the Jane Davenport watercolor sets. I actually got it the following year. I can't remember if this is from, what is this from? The Cat Returns or something? I can't really remember, but it's still Ghibli theme. So I just have here another painting and a weekly. Again, we have another scene painting here. This time is from Up on Poppy Hill. This is one of also my favorite Ghibli movies. Maybe if you ask me what my top Ghibli film is, it would, of course, House Moving Castle and Ponyo is up there, but I would include Ariete from Up on Poppy Hill and Nausicaa for my top 5, I guess. I may be blanking on something else like Totoro or something, but those are the first 5 titles that I would usually say if someone asked me. And here we have my entrapment schedule. So for the last big thing before we graduate, instead of having a thesis, we have like business plan making and defense. That is like the thesis sort for our course. And so we move on to March. March, I made it my Mega Man theme. This is the Mega Man Battle Network. I placed here Mega Man with Wind Soul. Wind Soul is my favorite skin and skill of all the Mega Man soul links. And I also made the calendar into one of its like floor maps. So that is what this is. This is where I basically stopped with my mood mandalas. I don't find it very necessary anymore at this point. And I believe this is when I started to get very busy with research and making my final paper and ready for defense. And I started doing these vertical weeklies just to change up, because I've been doing pretty much the weeklies as horizontal and it's kind of squished. I made it almost sort of like a Hobonichi style of weeklies. I have here my to-do list at the top, and then I made from 12 midnight to 11, and I did not notice that I actually went up to 23 here. It's still the hour, but the rest are in 12s. And so my theme, I guess it's not Mega Man theme, but actually retro games. Like here is Tails for Sonic. Up here is Mario. I have here Pokemon, I have here my little Mudkips and Mimikyu at the top. And this was a week of nothing. I guess I was very busy. And then it's back to just writing in to-do lists. There's no rhyme or reason on when I choose to do what type of layout. I just needed to write down the to-do list that I need to get done for the day, and that's it. April, still with painting. I'm actually proud that I continued with all of these watercolor paintings throughout the months. I say that, and then one of these months I would stop. April is a lot of deadlines. I think I changed my tracker style. I made this, I saw this, I think, in Pinterest as well, wherein instead of gratitude tracker, wherein they wrote from 1 to 30, they instead made a doodle or wrote in a little snippet and made it look pretty. This is just program for like an event that we attended. More programs, tickets, a lot of stuff as we graduated. And that is for April. For May, I have here a Pokemon. May is basically when was our May was our defense. I think this was the last hurrah of our business plan presentation, and this is the logo that I made for our whole case study business plan. So we got champion in market study and tech study, second in the expo presentation, and overall with the defense and such, we got third place. So our thesis was almost like a competition throughout our whole batch, wherein if you rank in the placement, like first, second, third, it coincides with a specific final grade for that subject. So we have here June. June is actually the month when I graduated, and also before I graduated, I started looking for jobs and applying for different jobs, and most of the job openings that I went to, I'm actually very unsuccessful. So this is basically my graduation week. Very simple weekly spreads. I paperclip this in because in the next few pages, I have all of our batch photos and photos of me and my friends during our graduation photo shoot, so I don't want to show that. I also have sensitive information here because I was going to travel as like my graduation gift, my father's graduation gift to me. I just wanted to show this painting of Rapunzel. I really love Tangled. Tangled is my favorite Disney movie of all time, so I just wanted to show that I actually painted her here in my style. My 101 bucket list. I actually did some of this, not in this year, but for the past like 3 years now. We're in like what we have here, post in YouTube, and here we are today. Now we have here July. July is fun. I had a trip to Manila with my dad, just the two of us, and so I made it like travel themed. I saw this picture on Pinterest and just followed it and painted. Not much with the other spreads like the monthlies. I don't even understand this anymore, which is quite sad, but it's fine. Here I have more pictures, so I'll just keep it there. This is the week when I went to Manila. So I don't really recall if I actually brought this notebook. I think I brought this notebook with me to Manila. That is why I think I have a where we ate. Like this may be like a movie marquee, but that is where we ate for lunch for that day in Manila. And this is the fun part. I basically just decked everything that I can get from our Manila trip, where we ate, like the little things that they gave us, from packaging, tissue paper, every bit and piece that I could get from our Manila trip. And it's sort of sad as well because even though I have a lot of photographs and memorabilia, I didn't write the experience. I wasn't really big on writing very detailed notes or very detailed entries during my trips. And so that is kind of a bummer now that I couldn't really read through what happened on a specific day. And this is the week that we went home. And so there's not much here. This is just more photos and like this is my journaling for my graduation day. I stuck in here like pamphlets, like programs and such during my this is during the graduation concert, the lineup and the singers that performed. We have here some other of our this is just a sketch of our setup during the expo, bits and pieces from the celebrating the graduates and such. Like this is during the time when I was trying to make a logo. I have no idea how I was able to think of the little logo that we already have seen here. This is the brochure I made for that product. It's basically charcoal made out of water hyacinths. That was the research case that was that we picked out. It was actually like a sort of like a gotcha. That whichever product you pick out, you would have to defend. And these are just the remaining of my college activities. I have here my shows tracker. I didn't go back to this at all. Reading list, movie list, and pen tests. This is, I think, my script for a research about YouTube for one of my classes. I just have it scripted here, and I keep it there, and that is it. And now here we have the second part. This is August to December 2018. This notebook is a hardcover lined journal that my best friend gave to me for my birthday. From the year before. This is bujo number 7, and it started August to I didn't even put December here. And so I'm actually surprised that I have an index here, which basically means that I have numbered each of these pages. These are just notes from my best friend. We usually write like short messages to each other every birthday, and so those were the messages. I wanted to she placed it in, I think, in a box or something, but I don't want to lose them, so I just stuck it here with the present that she gave me. Here I have my collage for this notebook. So come to think of it, I am really into collaging. I guess that is why up until now I still collage my monthly pages, my monthly covers, so maybe that is where this came from. Another 19 before 2019. But this time I marked off which ones I have already done. I was super into the Sakura theme for some reason, and I kind of understand. I still do these monthlies, but as you can see, my entries are starting to get more sparse because I have graduated and don't really have that much of a load in terms of things to do and to remember compared to when I was still a student. So there are not much deadlines, only adulting stuff, I guess. Here we have September, which is like mushrooms and fruits that you could dry. So it's starting to feel very fall themed. And my pages are starting to get emptier by the month. Here I have my films and series tracker as well as my TBR list. I don't watch live action movies or movies that are have live actors in them. I don't know why. I gravitate more to animations and anime. Maybe it's more of like faces and such. But I have this list, and I kind of like the way that wherein I'll just list everything and just colored in if I have finished that series, show, or book. Advanced Planning Brain Dump. I think this is for 2019, and if you can already tell, I am super into making my October spreads as fancy or as special as possible because it's my birth month. Hence also this Dailytober series wherein I want to record every day of October, and so that is a consistent thing with me all throughout these years. My aunt from Canada just bought me these set from Michaels. I asked for the neutrals and brights, and I really am glad that I asked for the brights and not just the neutrals, because she said I could pick one or two because I really love this ink color. Out of all the set, I think ink is my favorite color of all. Again, with the 101 bucket list, cleaning and treat yourself tracker. And so yeah, this is getting more and more like I have nothing else to put in my to-do lists and dailies, and so that is a big reason why I stopped bullet journaling ever since I graduated. So this is my October highlights. So instead of doing the gratitude, daily gratitude or one line a day, I decided to make it like the highlights, and for every day I lettered in or drawn in or whatever. And this is, I think, the most complete of all of the months that I did the highlights of. And also I painted this galaxy cloud moon thing I found also on Instagram or Pinterest. I just copied it because I really like the style. And I also made a small calendar for October. October is like very galaxy colors, as you can see with the pinks and purples. And I really enjoy my mood tracker. It is a very simple idea wherein you just, I really like crowns. Crowns was a big part of my childhood, I guess. I really enjoy the motif of crowns and royalty. And so I printed a bunch of different crown templates, designs, and drawn a circle below it, stuck it there, and for every day of the month, I would just simply record if it was a good day, a meh day, or a sad day, and then just drawn or doodled in different hairstyles for the princesses and queens. It's a fun activity, and I really enjoyed it. Oh, this was actually birthday greetings from friends, and also pictures, so I won't be showing that, but as you can see, there's Jimin. We have the same birthday, and so that is why he's there. Inktober 2018. If you haven't seen the Inktober series, flip through of the 2018 sketchbook, I will have it linked up in the eye up above. This was the start of the birds, watercolor or monochrome birds. It started the whole theme of making the Inktober official prompts into birds. So this was the start. So I believe this is Ultra Sun, Ultra Moons, because you can farm shiny legendaries in Ultra Wormholes. 51 skills in 501 days. I think I found a YouTube video of this somewhere. I could not remember, but this is something that I made it and then did not look back on it. Yes, so it is Ultra Sun, Ultra Moon, and Inktober Reflection. And so look at this. I said earlier that I would want to make my birthday month as special as I can, but look at my birthday week. It is as simple as I could get, I guess. Shiny living decks. All right. I actually did this thinking that ever since I got Ultra Moon, I wanted to collect as much of the shiny Pokemon as I get. So I literally list down all of the possible Pokemon that you can get in Ultra Moon, and like note down which ones I got shiny, so it could, and although this is a lot, this is literally the whole Pokédex of Ultra Moon, I think including the ones that you can trade in. And fun fact, I actually wrote this again in a separate collections journal, which is very much a waste of my time, I guess. I could have made a digital version of this, but I wanted like a physical copy, I guess, during the time. My weeklies are getting simpler and simpler by the week. Oh, this is actually my very first gouache. Oh no, I think this is the second one. I think the birds. I have a bird painting before this one. But for the life of me, I can't really understand how to use gouache. I know gouache is a very popular medium, but I can't wrap around how to use it. Um, or maybe I just haven't watched enough tutorial videos for gouache. I don't have my gouache set anymore. I think it's all dried up because I have ones in tubes, so never mind. So I actually tried this sort of weekly wherein you put all of the dates and the important events in one page and like Alistair method the other side. This is just all shiny hunting though. Yeah, so I actually tried Alistair method. Like this is just like I fused in the weekly like almost habit tracker on the top and then Alistair method here at the bottom. Here we have reached December. December is very like I wanted to have like an unconventional Christmas colors. So it's like gold, silver. This is gray, but I wanted to have. I don't have silver markers, so I decided to just use gray. So it's gold, gray, and bright green, and I really have fun with all of the different neon colors here. Bucket list for December. I did have peppermint mocha. I don't know why I didn't check that out. One line a day. Okay, I did not remember doing this. I actually did Dutch doors, the simplest of Dutch doors, I guess you could call it. So I think I did it for the whole of December. Yes. So this is just my simple way of doing Dutch doors. I have my trackers here. I have these important events. I should have placed something here at the side, but I didn't. And so I have my top 3 to-do list for the day. My other to-do list for if I could finish the top ones early. My wins and memory I have for the day. So that is the layout, I guess, for all of my Dutch doors. Nope, it's not. I did not even put anything here down below. So, what was I thinking? This is actually much more of a waste of paper than I thought it would be. Yeah, maybe I thought that I have so many things to do. And I think I overestimated what I could actually get done in a day. And so, well, this got filled out quickly. And this, I think it's because I just wrote in each and every step just so I could fill up the page and not think of it being such a waste of space, because I think I could have fit more into this. Oh, these are all like my graduation notes, graduation pictures, and like goodbye greetings from my friends. I think those are the ones that I don't want to show. And December daily. So December daily is usually like a project wherein you get to make a page for each day of the year. I think I have successfully made a December daily, like, but it is in a A6 size notebook. I don't know if I can find it. I would maybe flip through some of it if it doesn't have any pictures or sensitive information. But I did not do anything, which is very sad because this paper is actually very slick and I really enjoyed writing in this paper. So maybe if I could find another journal similar to this one, I would want to use this sort of journal again. And this is just, I wanted to record all of the color schemes and themes that I did for the year, but I didn't get around to doing so. And also at the very last portion here are like journal entries of me and my best friend. It's like an exchange of letters, so I won't show that as well. And that is the end of the book. And so thank you so much guys for watching. I actually have some emotions attached to these two journals because this is when I left college, which I felt like I have been which I have gotten used to the life of a student for such a long time, and suddenly to graduate and be flung into the adult world, which almost felt like that I don't know what to do. And so I'm glad that I have documented at least a bit of the last remaining days in my school life. And so that is it. I hope to see you again tomorrow for another video. So until then guys, bye bye.